Stretch before we go on. Good. We stand that beautiful Saturday morning. What a better way than to start the day with singing, right? Yeah. It's just a mindset, right? And all the way over. That's what, I don't hear any cracking.
Yeah.
Feel it though.
And pull your abs in as you come up, let your head be the last thing. Roll your shoulders back. Good. And arm over your ear, behind your ear. And try to touch your knee. Arm. I mean the opposite way. And the other one. Oh, there were the cracks, right? Good. And what you should feel also is a pull through the lower abs. All these muscles are attached. And right up here, breath. When you go, it's like you're pushing a rock up the hill. Imagine the rock's up the hill and its magnetic forces are pulling up. Make it stick up there. Keep your placement high. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Say that, please. How are you doing today? Make the ow not a diphthong. Ha, and then wa. How are you doing? More ah than oo. How are you doing today? Just the sopranos. How are you doing today? You make less how are than how are you doing today? Sopranos. How are you doing today? Altos the same thing. How are you doing today? And tenors the same.
How are you doing today?
And basses.
How are you doing today?
First ah a little bit brighter, and your final ooh was really good. Just make it a little spinnier.
How are you doing today? How are you doing today?
Let's change it up a bit.
Fa sol la ti do re do ti la sol fa mi re do.
Tenor.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la mi re do.
Soprano alto first.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do.
Bass, alto, tenor, soprano.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do re do ti la sol fa mi re do.
Soprano, tenor, alto, bass.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la sol fa mi re do.
Bass, tenor, alto, soprano.
Do re mi fa sol la ti do ti la
And soprano, alto, tenor, bass.
do re mi fa sol la ti do sol fa mi re do.
And let's do a little pedal. Great, have a seat, let's get started. Good morning. How are you?
Good, thanks. Well, it doesn't matter that much, but I just realized that I forgot my. Okay, but so,
There's a bell in the car, but you can't plug it in.
just be aware that certain parts that are supposed to be sustained are not gonna be sustained.
Sorry. You have
I
to
was,
hit the note.
I forgot, I had it in my car and then I took it out. Oh, is this stand?
There's my glasses.
They were at the camouflage.
Thank you, I'm looking for my score. Talk to yourselves. Good, let's start with the first movement today. Horse, cattle, sky, and grass. So, let's see, first sopranos, second sopranos, this is good. How about, Corinne, if I have Lainey trade places with you? Oh, this is your good ear, right? This is your good ear? Okay, it's fine.
Which is a good name.
Oh, no, did I do it again?
It's okay, Gladys.
See, I haven't practiced for a few days. You don't know what we're laughing at. That's not her name. Her name is not Corinne.
No.
But what is it?
Antoinette.
There you go.
But from the first day, she's not been Antoinette. Okay. And first altos, second altos, so first altos, second bases. Whoa, and first base. Okay, so you're singing first base as well, Mark?
No,
This is real.
Not today.
Is that a joke? Somebody made it up. All right, so Tom, you're alone.
I'm the singular base.
You're the
Singular
singular
first
base.
Okay.
But I bet somebody nice would help you out if we need it. Sebastian and Milton are second tenor, Jim is first tenor. Okay, so let's begin. And let's begin right on page 2. And 3 and 4. So that second one has to be, we're in 12/8 time, is it? Yeah. So make sure that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, la, 3 and 4, la, off. So we're off on the last 8th note of that rest. So each all has to come off with a la on it. Once again, 3 and 3, 4, 1, la. Good, and we're going to skip now. So that was pretty good. I need to hear la from everyone. In this room, it's fine because I can understand if a few powerful voices go ah la. But in that room, if we all don't do it, it's going to sound oh. We don't know what's going on. It doesn't mean that it takes all of us to make this work, okay? So we're going to go back and do it again and watch me because I'm giving you the L, but I don't want to give it to you every time. I want you to know where it is and use it. Here we go. 3 and 3. go down to the G on that last measure at the top of the page, I don't hear it. I know it's there, it's like a whiff, but it needs to be way, way stronger. Put a double forte on that G. You understand which one I'm talking about, everybody? Gail, you understand? Okay, mark it, please. All right, good, good, good.
There's only one more.
I got the altos at the bottom of page 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and altos at the bottom of page 3 and 4 and.
These are the things that sway and pass.
Okay, these are the things that sway and pass. 3, 4. These are the things that sway and pass. So in there, if you sing, these are the things that sway and pass, it'll never be understood. These are the things that sway. It feels kind of pointillistic here, but it must be if it's to be understood. You understand? So write in something that describes what we just did. That they're clear, they're like a marcato articulation, and lots of consonant with the pitch always on the vowel. These are the things that sway. We don't want that. 3 and 4 and.
These are the things that sway and pass. These are the things that sway and pass. These are the things that sway and pass. These are the things that sway and pass.
Grass.
These are the things that sway and pass.
Yeah, right there on beat 3. I'm sorry I didn't look at you playing it. That was great. Go back to the altos. Altos, that was like just perfect. These are the things we sway. Oh, that's way. Bottom of page 3, 2, 3, and 4, and.
These are the things that sway and pass.
3, 4, and.
These are the things that sway and pass.
Tenors and.
These are the things that sway and pass. These are the things that sway and pass. These are the things that sway and
syncopation, cattle, horses, scod, and grass. So on the word and, put a little accent because we want to not assault people with the fact that we know that it's a syncopation, but we have to give that playful feel that anybody who's been out there and deals with the out of doors, it's like you get to play in the outdoors every day. These are the things that sway and pass. And on the word sway and pass on the second score. And could I just hear the altos, please? Top 6, cattle, 3, 4. Yeah, I need that K, 3, 4.
Cattle, horses, scod, and grass. These are the things that sway and pass.
Good. Make sure that when you go from the top score to the second score, you know that you're on the same pitch. It's both an F. Once again, cattle, 3 and 4, and cattle, horses,
Scod, and grass. These are the things that sway and pass.
These are the things that sway and pass. 3 and 4 and.
These are the things that sway and pass.
Sway and pass, sway and pass. Okay, so a little bit separation, accent, sway and pass. These are the things. 2, 3, and down.
These are the things that sway and pass.
So much better with the sopranos. 2, 3.
Horses on the
High top of the page, sorry. 2, 3, and
cattle, horses, sky.
yeah, I'll just, when I say everybody, that means you too. Be aware of what I'm saying. If I say, okay, let's do it again, everybody's got to sing. Or add to, that means that if we're adding to the sopranos to everybody else has to sing then. So what I'd like you to do is be ahead of the game. What comes next? Where are we going with this? How can I make the music out of it? How would I see this line being heard there? So just be on top. 2, 3, and 4.
Cattle, horses, sky and grass. These are the things that sway and pass.
2, 3, 4.
Through our eyes and through our dreams, through shining stormy golden
Within our sight we have mind and know. We'll tell you of this special law that only dreams are supposed to be. For strong and hard to believe. Into the mind, in throbbing heart, we believe.
Good. So who's doing the pulsing?
As a plus.
Okay, Lainey and who else?
I only wrote myself,
Okay,
but there's more.
Was it you, Diane? Okay, Jeanette, why don't you join her on the pulsing then? Okay, good. This is very, very nice. Let's go back to tenors when you go. There's a line that you sing by yourselves or not. Let's go back to I'm Alive on the top, page 11. It's really so excellent. Make sure that there's a little bit of decrescendo. I'm alive, golden. Wow, what does it mean for me to be alive? First, if I realize it, then this is a golden moment. So 3 separate thoughts there. Top of page 11, second measure.
Wait, sorry, the second measure?
Second measure.
Oh, okay.
2, 3, 4. I'm alive. Can we get this verse together? I'm alive. I'm alive. Golden. I'm alive. Do. Okay, so make sure those endings are exactly on the rests. Once again, I'm alive.
Second measure?
Yes, 2, 3, I'm alive. Okay, once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm alive. Good. Do this. So, in the back copy, it goes do it. It gets a little bit softer as it goes. I'll tell you a Cousin Jerry story later. Here we go. Sopranos and altos beginning at the dodos. Bottom of page 11, second measure. 2, 3, and same. Okay, sopranos please, drop 12, 2, last measure. 2, 3, and 4, and. Good, and now with the text between your teeth, tongue between your teeth. 2, 3, and 4, and. If you have trouble with that, you need to practice it, because that means you don't know the words well enough. Okay, let's do that again. These cattle. Top measure, top 12, 2, 3, and these cattle. Yeah, I need an S without the tongue. 2, 3, and 4, and. These cattle horses rise and That's so much better. Die didn't come together, so we need to get that directly on beat 3. And when you go, these cattle horses and sky needs to be right up there, kind of like sky. Okay, right on it. 2, 3, and 4, and. These cattle horses rise and Good job. Good. Everybody, please back with the dodos again at the bottom of page 11, starting the soprano alto. Your day crescendo, tenor, and bass is coming softly and crescendo, and the soprano bass comes in crescendo, altos and tenors come in a day crescendo. So this, the winds of the plains coming and going. Here I go. The sopranos on dodo. 2, 3, and. Yeah, you see the first note was too loud, so I make it soft. It's 2, 3, and. These cattle horses rise and altos, please, at the bottom of page 11. And that's a hum, and instead do a real bright ooh, okay, on that line, bottom of 13, ooh.
Oh, on the 13. Oh, the
The hum part. Only we're doing it on ooh. Did you mark it that it's an ooh? 2, 3, 4. Last measure at the top. Ooh, 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 ooh. Put a rest, da, on the end, on beat, right on beat 2. 1, and 2, and 4, and ooh, ooh, ooh. Last measure, top of 14, altos, 2, 3, and. Yeah, we're gonna ooh, ooh, like there's a rest where the dot is. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, ooh. Great. Now, could you go ba on ba, bottom of page 13, like you were the trumpet amidst all these little wooden recorders that couldn't sing very loud. Okay. Imagine you have the melody here. 1, 2, ba. Two, three, four. Good. Can you stand altos and do that, please? One, two, three, and ba 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 ba. Do it again, please. Two, three, and ba ba sopranos with them, please. Can you do a human being sopranos up to the last measure, bottom of 13? So it's sopranos and altos going ba. 1, 2, 3. What? That was great. Tenors, would you please stand and can you do that with them? Milton, you can stay seated if you want. The tenors do this whole thing. Bottom 13, pick up. 1, 2, 3. Good basses, please stand and join them. That was spectacular. Altos, I can't hear you. I can hear.
Just the trumpet, that's all.
1, 2, 3. You only get to sing that note for one beat, and then you have to go directly to pulsing. Okay, I saw your mouth just going ah. So the pulsing is the top 15. Let's go again. Amid the natural pulsing on page 14. 2 and 3 and 4. Altos, I can't believe we can hear that line. It's fabulous. Bottom at page 13 again, and basses and tenors, I'll cue you better at the bottom of page 15. Okay, bottom of 13, pick up to the end. 2, 3. Everybody have a seat. Let's do the altos and tenors at 17. These are, notice it goes rich, poco, poco. So slow down a little by a little. All right, the thing that messes this up is the rhythm's hard for the tenors because it goes over the bar. Anytime you go over the bar, it's not good. Just keep that in mind. So, it was a joke. Okay, so let's put you two together, and can you look up as you sing, please, so that we can keep this together. 1, 2, 3, and these are the things that sway to and pass and bend. These are the things that sway and pass and bend. Good. Could we add the, nobody else is singing there except the sopranos. So let's just do that one more time. That was pretty good. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
These are the things that sway and pass and circle. These are the things that sway and pass and circle.
Good. What I would like to do is hear the tenors and basses at I'm Alive at the bottom of page 15. And the I of I'm is an ah vowel. Ah vowel, please write it in. So I'm getting, I'm alive, I'm alive. I'm alive.
That's the way we say it.
Even though it's, it's kind of country. If we're all going to sing the same dialect, that's fine. But for now and probably forever, we're just going to sing pure vowels, and everybody will understand you, and they'll be bowled over at how fabulous you are.
They'll say, what hits?
Okay, basses, let's do you first. 1 and 2 and 3.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Good. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. So the VH at the end, when you cut off, it has to be live. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Okay, here go the basses. 2, 3, and I'm alive.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
Okay, did you hear the V?
Yes.
Did you hear the? No.
Sorry.
The, not, but the. It's a spoken schwa. Yeah, you're not speaking. 1, 2, 3.
I'm alive.
That's it. So I'm a 1, 2, 3, v. I'm alive. So the v comes on beat 4. Right on beat 4. Mark it. The v comes on beat 4. You won't remember. Trust me. If you do, it'll be a miracle. But most people don't. That's why God made us pencils and we're smart enough to use them. 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm alive.
I'm alive.
Good job. Tenors. Same thing, bottom of page 15. First measure. 1 and 2 and 3 and
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive.
okay, bass tenor. 1 try. 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. Did you get enough V?
The first one, yes.
Thank you, Susie. The first one, yes. And then it went back to I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Make the V louder. Once again, tenor bass. Just do this. You got to do this because we don't want to take all this time working on something that you did once and now you're gone. She didn't really mean that. She does. 1 and 2 and 3 and
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive.
So we go on this time back at a human being, bottom of page 13. Altos, your best moment. And altos, since you do this so beautifully, please stand again. We go pick up to the last measure of 13 and 1 and 2 and 3 and.
A human being can join the song and
Could you please go ba? From now on, go ba until it's too much. Until I go, oh, we don't need you to do that anymore. Because frankly, I can't hear you unless you do. Once again, same thing about 1 and 2 and 3 and.
I'm alive.
and sway and dance and roll.
Good. So remember that that we're going to start slowing down there. So we didn't. So put eyeballs there and some sort of exclamation point that says, let's do it right this time. Let's get it. Okay, could we please do it? These are the things that sway and pass. So far. It's your pitch. Okay, so Michelle's doing that one, Lainey's doing that one for right now. Top of page 16, everybody. And we're piano, except for them. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Once again.
Sorry.
It's fine. Make sure you get all the way up to that F the second time you do it. Okay? And we're at the last measure, top 46, 2, 3, and 4, and. I stop and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3.
These are the things that sway and pass and roll.
What's gonna happen? I got to worry about it. Ow! I have a feeling it's been pretty shaky. Maybe that would be better, yeah.
There's one over there.
I don't think this is made for this piano. These are the big splash.
So what we're getting it together, let's go with the sopranos and altos. These are
There.
this softness, gentle life. Right there. Soprano alto. 3 and page 18. 3 and 4 and. This gentle life cannot be Okay, sopranos first. Altos want you to listen to their articulation, their phrasing, and how cleanly they say their words, which is articulation. But it bears repeating. 2, 3, and 4, and. This gentle life cannot be heard, it must be felt, there is no word. Good, that was great. Make sure that be heard. What I think will help you is if you use be heard. Be heard. It's going to sound like heard, but then you want heard. It's a different placement and it whacks everything out. Now the altos. This tones 2 and 3 and 4 and. This sound of life cannot be heard. It must be felt. There is no word. Good. Same thing. Felt is an 8th note. It must be felt. There is. So make sure that you have an 8th note mark there, and the T goes on the and a beat 3 if you don't have a pencil mark there. And if I come around and go, show me your pencil mark, if you don't have it, then it will be hard for you to remember that little tiny thing. We don't want that. Could we do and crescendo, it must be felt. There is no word. That chant. 3 and 4 and. This chant of life cannot be heard. There is no word. Good. Now put the D on beat 1 of the next measure. Put a crescendo on the word heard. It's still a little woolly. 2 and 3 and 4 and. This chant of life cannot be heard. It must be felt. There is no word. Good. change. This chant of life cannot be heard. We don't want that. This chant of life cannot be heard. One stream without any scooping, because it's not going to happen. 2, 3, and 4, and.
This chant of life cannot be heard. It must be felt. There is no word.
Soprano and alto, 2, 3, and 4, and.
This chant of life cannot be heard. It must be felt. There is no word. Music that could express the truth. Because of how we want these hoops of earth and mind. Through all these hoops of earth and mind.
Don't breathe there. Good. There's no breath and all these things that sway and pass. We don't even know what's happening with them. It's just like the air. As we turn the page into 20 altos, we lag behind. I'm going to show what's on the next page. We need to get our pages turned. Once you're singing a note, know how long you're singing it so you can turn and see what's on the next page. Think you have the C tenors and basses, top of 18. So we're all paying attention to where the word ends and the articulation, the crescendo through tied notes, like in measure 114 into 15 with a little crescendo there. So you get that phrase when it goes, felt, there is no word. As if you're talking to somebody, you can't even imagine it. It's just, you just got to feel it, right? 3 and 4 and.
This chant of life cannot be heard. It must be felt. There is no word. Something that would express the true significance of all we want. We want. Through all these songs of earth and mind.
Good. We only went up a fourth, some of us. Through all these blobs. Perfect fifth. Okay, it's pretty good. We took a breath at, listen. So I took to sing that could express the true significance. You can't breathe here. Significance of how we wind. Anytime you have anything longer than an eighth note, you go, oh boy, I can breathe here. No, leave something out that everybody else is singing and take your breath so that in case somebody goofs and breathes at the wrong spot, that's covered. But everybody cover it. And that was good. Let's add the tenors to the altos and the sopranos. Top of 18. 2, 3, 4.
This chant of life cannot be heard. It must be felt. There is no word to sing that would express the true
Crescendo.
significance of how we want. Through all these hoops of earth and mind. Roses, rattles, and grass, and all these things that
Right there. Good. Make sure that you don't breathe there. So take your pencils, please, at the top of 18 on the word heard in the third measure where you have the long note and the dotted rainbow. Make that into a do not breathe. by putting a solid rainbow there. That when you get to breathe is that what word? Felt. So basses and tenors, don't think, oh, they've got it, I could just breathe anywhere I want. No, you've got to breathe there. Where is your next don't breathe? True, all the way through until what? Wind. Now, once you get on that whole note, you can trade off and wind through all the altos you can breathe there. Tenors, you're going to have to breathe. And through all these hoops of earth and mind, do you breathe there? No, because it says not to. And you're going to crescendo there. So you've got 3 crescendos at the top of page 18 on the word heard, third measure. The bottom of page 18 into page 19, no breath. And at the top of, bottom of page 19 into page 20, don't breathe. So please, when I say to the sopranos, don't breathe there, mark it in your own score, because you know it's going to happen, right? If we're singing homophonically and we want one idea to come forth, which is why we sing together, then know that you're going to be next. All right, let's go on, please, at, how about, and pass, bottom of page 20, alto, tenor, bass. And Michelle and Lainey, are you switching off and singing that or singing those together, that top score? Will you please sing that top score together?
At what part, when?
At the top of page 21. Michelle and Lainey are with somebody else doing that.
It's soprano,
There was no solo there.
just a soprano.
Okay, well, let's see how the balance is. Let's do all soprano ones, 4 soprano ones and 3 soprano twos. Okay, so once again, we're at the second measure, bottom of page 20. 3 and what vowel shape? What vowel shape? All. 2, 3.
These are the things that
Text altos.
These are the things that sway and pass.
All right, can you, can I have the back row come make a line behind Sebastian? I mean, not Sebastian, Kylan. They both end in N, right? And that
So can't see that.
Okay, you guys, come on up all the way around.
We know.
And stop right there, second row, back row, Spanish side, they'll move over this way. David and crew, you all move around. First row, you can stand, and second row, come so that there's no gap. No, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Second sopranos and second altos, can you step back behind those chairs? And Tom and Milton, stay where you are. And Tom, come in here. Hey, Milton, stay where you are. And good, Sebastian, thank you. Perfect. Page 23, Ordinary Boy. Oh, sorry, no, backward. Backward. All at page 2. Page 2.
Yeah, we're back to
sings a young cowboy who with the wild roses wants you to be free.
These are the things that sway and pass.
Eyes.
These are the things that sway and pass. 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 These are the things that sway Before our eyes and through our dreams, through shining sparkling
Within our psyche that find and know the value of this special glow that only gleams for those who leave their soul and heart and battery. Into the mighty throbbing earth
So when we get to this, to the bottom of 17, dance and eyes up everybody, dance and circle. Ba da da da.
Okay,
The
thanks.
prep is going to be just ba da 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 da, or else you look like you're being inducted, and I don't want you to feel like that. I want it to feel it's not about watching this for the audience. It's about you. And so I'll try to make my motions clear to you and not obnoxious to the audience. So I want to go back just very, very quickly to the I'm Alive. Tenors and basses, your I'm Alive had much more rhythmic precision and clarity of diction than the first I'm Alive that everybody did. We were a little bit sloppy on the top of page 11. So let's just begin there, please, at the bottom of page 15. And then at these are the things that sway and pass. And these are the things that sway and pass. At the bottom of 17, that's what we really have to watch. And these are the things that sway and pass. And these are the things that sway and pass. and. Okay, so I'm alive. And boy, am I glad. Okay, bottom of page 15, tenor bass. Eyes. Try it again. Going on, and. Good. Let's hear the altos on their last line. Okay, and listen. Remember how we did this the other day? These are the things that sway. 3 and 4 up. These are the things that sway. Good. There's much less chewing of the ticks. These are the things. We don't want that. These are the things that sway and pass. Just tone. 3 and 4 back. These are the things that sway and pass. Sopranos, give me your next pitch. Where is the F sharp sopranos? Breath.
I get it from my
Okay.
beat.
Okay,
I get
so
it from
just
my
sing ordinary voice sopranos and ordinary voice. Good. Altos. These are the things. The E, starting on the E. These 3 and 4 and. And now the altos. So I want you to sing your next pitch and. Good. Altos sing that line. Sopranos and altos come in with 4. And altos and. These are the things that sway and pass. Tenors, and it's your turn. So they end on an F. You go down to a C sharp, which is.
Good would be.
I'm sorry, down, and good luck with that. Down and try to. Here we go. Altos on an E and up. These are the things that sway and pass. Ordinary boy. And then basses, you go down from an F, down F sharp, F down to an E. Half step and an octave. Here we go. These are. We'll know this. And. These are the things that sway and pass. we go, altos, and let's hit that chord together. See, if you don't know it, and somebody in your section does, wait till they sing, and then gradually come in. I've been singing this all the time. 3 and 4. Hang on, I'm still here. These are the things. These are the things. Let's try. Imagine it's right here in your nose. You don't have to go up and down for it. 3 and 4.
These are the things that sway and pass.
Play the chord, please. Bass, pitch, tenor, alto. 3 and. Down there is, it's a secret that he did it. He knew it was illegal, but he did it anyway. So what I think would be tremendously wonderful is if you're singing all this and you come to that and you go, it was illegal. You're singing, just look at the person. It was illegal or something. Something in your face needs to tell that story. Good, I have the sopranos and altos. He went fishing. On page 27, soprano and alto. Bottom of page 27, get to the last measure. 1 and 2 and 3.
He went diving, he went fishing.
Good, go ahead, the sopranos, please. He went 1 and 2 and.
He went diving, he went fishing.
He went 2 and 3.
He went
Just hold the count. This is only sopranos. 2 and 3.
He went
And now the altos. 1 and 2 and 3.
He went
And he needs to be. He went camping. Once again, keep it small. 1 and altos. 1 and 2 and.
He went camping, he went fishing.
He went camping. 2 and 3.
He went camping.
I'm still hearing. He went. He. Sing he. Again. Can I hear Darlene and the two sitters? Barbara and Susie. Okay, that's right, straight on. Okay, Suzanne and Nancy. Yeah, you're under pitch. Is where you are. Just where you need to be. Together, breath. Good. Don't do anything else. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing. Just Yeah. He went 2 and 3. Okay, John, I'm so excited you're bringing us donuts.
Next time.
I think twice donuts. Okay, once again, altos. He went 2 and 3. Good. So that's how it's got to be. If soft, that's fine. You've got plenty of power for here. If you can't sing it, don't, because I won't let you sing a wrong note. You may sing other things and sing them right, but not this. Okay, we're going to spin on alto 1 and 2 and. Yeah, well, when you start to sing, you go right back to he went. It's right there. Here, 2 and.
He went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting.
Okay, so here's what I'm singing. He went camping, he went fishing, he went. Always go back to dee, 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 dee. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3.
He went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting for a moose.
Careful.
He went whistling, he
Nope.
went soaring.
Second one, he went, but whatever it is. He read. Okay, 2 and pitch.
He read plays and he read stories, and especially Dr.
Altos,
Seuss.
I need you to hear that. He read. He read. 2 and 3.
He read plays and he read
Okay,
stories.
good. Let's look at it a second. Just hang on, guys. We're almost there. We're in the key of B. Okay? I want you to solfege this, so it's mi, fa, mi, fa, di, mi, fa, mi, fa, di, mi, fa, do, ti, mi. And then, but I would like you to solfege all of that line in altos, because we're not singing it right, because you're not sure what it is. It's a sequential idea. Okay, tenors and basses, same thing, bottom of page 27. He went camping, and 2 and 3.
He went camping, he went
Yes,
fishing, he
good,
went.
good. So you notice, it would be so cool. He went camping, but it's not. He went camping, he went fishing, he went on moose. Okay, that's slow basses and tenors. So he's got a lot of quintuple harmony, and then he changes it up. He doesn't do that anymore. Sometimes it's quartal, 2 and 3.
He went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting for a moose.
Okay, go tenors, please sing that part. 2 and 3 and.
He went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting for a moose.
So the one note that was the most difficult was ing. Okay, basis, the same thing, that first phrase. He went camping, 2 and 3.
He went camping, he went fishing.
Yeah. He went fish. It's a descending E major triad. Sol, mi, do in the key of E, which it's not, but that's how you can think of it. Once again, so sing a G sharp and not what you sang. 2 and.
He went camping,
He went camping. And.
he went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting for a moose.
Together, gentlemen, and.
He went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting for a moose.
Go on.
He read plays and he read stories, and especially Dr. Seuss. He wrote poems in illustrations for We made friends and we wrote races, and his train was rather small.
So you see where the tendencies are. So it's just woodshedding time. It's cool when you get it right and you realize how brilliant this composer was. Soprano and tenor together, alto and bass, everybody. He went. Pitch and.
He went camping, he went fishing, he went hunting for a moose. He read plays and he read stories, and especially on Jesus. He wrote all day illustrations for the neighbors on the street, and he left them in each mailbox till he learned it was illegal. He made friends and he wrote races, and his brain was rather small.
He sang songs his father taught.
He sang songs his father taught him.
Good, 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 good. Do you want to go back to your seats or are you happy? You want to sit down and take a seat? It is so hot today.
Yeah, it is.
Can I do what?
Blow my feet. Blow my stand over. I'm not going to blow my stand.
Good. So, our favorite spot, altos up page 33. Altos, 1, 2, 3, and. Good, good, good. Do we really say how? It's just no motion. And don't be the one who goes, how good? Because it changes pitch. When you change vowel, if you're not really, really careful and you put constants in there, it will change the pitch and you'll dig the pitch. Ready? Good. So it's right on the pistachio, and it's likely to go because you're right down there. Keep on top of it. And okay, how good light, and once again. Go on. Sopranos with them, please. Hogwood, not Hollywood. Don't let them say the Hollywood. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good down.
How good delight,
Say delight.
delight, good delight, good delight,
All.
good delight, good delight,
Good job.
good delight,
Not nice, but
good delight,
just go ooh. Is that right?
Which one? Which measure?
76. Good. The sopranos again from the top of 13. Top of 33, sorry. And it's a pianissimo the whole way. Sopranos, when you get up into the high part, oh, it can be. Keep it equally quiet compared to what they're doing. 1, 2, 3, and.
How good, how good, how good, how good, how good life can be. How good life can be.
Sing the last phrase. Yeah, I still hear a lot of manipulation. And it's like that. So play it again, please. D sharp. 1, let it go. Sopranos, the last 2 measures with them. Bottom 33. And go. Fabulous. Okay, tenore and bassi. 33, please. And. So, the problem is that low G sharp, right? You want it hold it with a little chiff on it, like if you're an organist and you get that before the pitch. Try to just breathe into it. Try to just hear the basses, please. 33 and go. And you do it softer, not so much oh. And
It goes up to F sharp. The basses go up to F sharp there.
okay, second one from the end. Let's measure 76 basses and. Please talk 33 and. Bass tenor alto. Killing me. Okay, is it the next one is please? Everybody? And. We don't even need to do the rest of the piece. You're gonna go, I can't stand any more beauty. Okay, I'm not a pest, 35. One, two, three. Good job, good job. Okay, let's go from the oohs and the 37. Actually, it's an O, and then we
Well,
go
doesn't,
to
first, at 107?
Oh, thank you. Okay. So will you just play the underlying stuff?
Sure.
Okay. And did you get it? And good job. I love Europe. Pick 239. 2, 3, up. You get 9 beats there plus the 2 that you sang previously. All right, and the semi-chorus, we're gonna be, do we split that or are we doing that as?
Everybody could do it.
Yeah, everybody could do it. So what if we put the 2s on the semi-chorus? Okay, we'll figure that out when everybody's here, it's fine. Okay. How I love the stage, bottom of page 44. Yeah, good. 2, 3, 1.
How I love the stage, 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 how I
Good, good. Let's try that again. Look at the interval difference. An A up to B is a whole step for tenors, and a minor third for the altos, and then perfect fourth for the sopranos. Okay, once again. 1, 2, 3, 1.
How I love the stage, 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 how I love such an ordinary boy, living ordinary days, in an ordinary life, so ordinary.
Just put down your books for a minute and tap out the rhythm. I love ordinary boy, living ordinary dog. So it's an ordinary boy on beat 1. 1, 2, and T and 1. So 1, da, da, da. So you get 1 extra 8 note. You see how that goes? Everybody say it, please. I'm an, is that what it says? Such an. 1, just speak it. 2, 3, 1.
Such an ordinary boy, living ordinary days, in an ordinary life, so worth living.
Good, now let's sing it, please. That's such a. top of page 45.
We're singing the bottom now, right?
Yeah, but everybody sings this. 2, 3, 1.
Such an ordinary boy, living ordinary days, with an ordinary life, so worth living.
Good. So what's confusing maybe is that Kylan gives you, on the next measure, 1, 2, 3, boom. It's strong, but you're already there. We beat him there. When we say boy, we're ahead of him. So just listen to him play it. If you will, please just write from 46, 2, 3. We're there ahead of time. Now you sing your part without Kylan from just ordinary. 1, 2, 3.
Ordinary boy, living ordinary days, with an ordinary life, so worth living. He felt ordinary yearning and ordinary fears, with an ordinary love for his longing.
And now sing it please on text, on counting. And we'll do it slow, right on ordinary. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty. 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty. 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty. 1,
Can I just hear the sopranos do it, and we play with them, please? Just sopranos, 2, 3. 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty. 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty. Good. Do it one more time. 2, 3. 1, 2, empty, and 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 1, 2, empty. Now sing text from ordinary, please. 2, 3. Ordinary boy, living ordinary days in an ordinary life, so worth living, so worth, sing so worth. Okay, not so worth, but so worth and so worth. Awesome. Altos, the same thing. Count, please. Right from ordinary, sitting up tall. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, empty, and 1, 2, empty, 1, 2, empty, and 1. Good. So that doesn't help much because you sing the same note over the thing. So, ordinary boy with a 1, 2, 3. Ordinary boy living ordinary day. Good. Don't change the pitch on ordinary boy for the ordinary days in an. So don't feel like you have to accent it by pitch, by moving the pitch, which is not there, and singing it. Soprano and alto, right from ordinary. 1 and 2 and 3. Ordinary boys living ordinary days in an ordinary life, so worth living. Good. Add the tenors, please. Altos, be careful not to dig pitches. We're still doing that a little bit. 1, 2, 3.
Ordinary boy, living ordinary days in an ordinary life, so worth living.
And basses, join us, please. 1, 2, 3.
Ordinary boy, living
Ordinary boy. We were a little sluggish on that sopranos. 1, 2, 3.
ordinary boy, living ordinary days in an ordinary life, so worth living. He felt ordinary yearning and ordinary fears, with an ordinary hope for his longing. He felt ordinary yearning and
chorus on page 48? Not really?
I don't know.
Whoever was there on the
Okay,
first day we did.
okay, all right. Could you join us, please?
Yes.
And we'll take it at pick up to 46. Thank you, Ed Such. Top of 45, last two notes. 1, 2, 3, 1. So I'm slowing down. So that's because it says RIT at the top of the page. Can you all write that in, please? Slow down, write it down, or swiggle or something. Good, 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 good. Congratulations, you did a fabulous syncopation. That was wonderful. Let's do it one more time, so just solidify it in from 45. Let's stand, please. This is your aerobics for the day. No need to go to the gym or run today. And 1, 2, 3, and. So we get two beats, light and joy. So you gotta watch tenors and basses. Don't just come in, be aware of what's going on. Can we take the first measure, top of 52? And up. Yeah, you don't sing. The sopranos and altos go light, and then you sing joy, right? We're at the top of page 52. Top of 52. Here's light again. Basis on light. Where's the D? First basis on the A. No, first basis only. No, first basis, you're on it at the very last note. The second basis are on a D. First
Sorry.
basis are on an A.
I see. We're not doing semi-chorus?
Yeah.
Should be.
Oh, that's right.
Let's just fill out the whole thing. Okay, here we go. Sing all the notes on the page. Here's the D, the A, tenors, A, 2, and the F sharp, and the altos, and the sopranos. Sing that last chord, and up. And could we please go on with the tenors and basses at ordinary, 3, 1, 2. Nary, ordinary, 3, okay?
Just the semi-chorus?
Bass tenor,
You're in the
soprano, alto, have a
semi-chorus.
seat. Yes, so I'm a chorus.
Oh,
1 and 2 and 3.
okay.
1, 2.
Ordinary,
1, 2.
ordinary, ordinary.
3, 1, 2. Good. So, can you leave your low voice behind when you go up? So that when it doesn't go, so it doesn't slam into those bottom notes. The first one is piano, so we've got to first of all be in charge of the note itself, and then we can adjust the dynamics. We can only do one thing at once. Right here, bottom at page 53, bass tenor, 2, 3.
Ordinary,
Good. Ordinary. Natty. Say natty.
natty.
Okay.
Ordinary,
Ordinary, not or, but ordinary.
ordinary,
Good. Back row.
ordinary,
And second row, middle row.
ordinary.
Okay, it's too much ordinary. We can't pronounce it. Ordinary. Just the vowels.
Ordinary,
This is second row.
ordinary,
And the back row and the second row.
ordinary,
Ordinary.
ordinary.
Good. Make sure that we make it up to that ordinary. Do, do, do. Just sing it on do. Everybody. And now sing ordinary.
Ordinary,
Nary. Nary. If you got nary, it's caught right here. Ordinary and up.
ordinary.
Okay, and now let's hear the tenors. That's it. Where's Jim? There we go.
I'm doing the upper part.
Do the bottom part.
Okay.
Please. Very bad.
Ordinary,
Okay, all tenor bass. And,
ordinary,
okay, that's fabulous. Let's do the whole shebang, all three of them. And the next page.
ordinary,
1, 2.
ordinary, ordinary,
Okay, the only one. Ordinary. Oh, that low one right there on the D gets a little bit heavy. Nary. Nary. Oh, try that gentleman. Nary. Good. Soprano alto. Ordinary. Ordinary. Soprano alto. 3 and 4 and 1. Do you think I want you to put your R's and your hard D's and all your pronunciations in there after we did such beautiful vowels here? That would be a no. So the same thing, you were listening, right? Ordinary, nary, not narrow. Look at my jaw. Re. Say that. Re. Now say re. Ordinary. Ordinary. There you go. Here we go. And 1. 1. 3 and 1. Yeah. So when we flip up, when you go up to the high note, you can't do it in your low voice placement. You can't go. It's got to be in your high voice up here. Once again, and up. Sopranos, 3 and 4 and 1. So guaranteed, it's more in their wheelhouse, but still keep it like a bell up there. 1. Spanish again, and 1. No, I'm still. Neri. Say. Go. Altos. Ready? Go. I'm still here. Neri. And. Neri. And. 1. Make them a little bit more separated. And. Again. 1. Okay, so sing. Go. She's really in heaven. Look at her. Look at her. Like that. Everybody. Good job, that was great. Tenor bass, join us, please. And 2 and 3 and. Good. So we're kind of throwing anything we can at that pitch. It's like we had a big old hand of mud and just make sure you know where the pitch is. Keep it in your mind and go, okay, it's like you had a little, one of those keyboards in your throat and you go, ba, 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 and up. Good. Let's go back to, let's just do the bottom of page 53 more in tempo this time. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3. Good. We're still having trouble getting our first pitches, so make sure you look at that. Good job. Boy, it's really something in it. I am open, page 58. Without cutting. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 2 and T and.
T and 4 and 2 and 4 and and two and T and one and two and
And let's come, hold on. Let's stand, please. Stand on text. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Sopranos are leading. They're exactly in tempo, exactly. A lot of us want to take time on the held note, so don't. If we want to later, it's great, but we have to do what's on the paper first, okay? So sopranos sing text, everybody else sing numbers. 1 and 2 and T.
4 and 1 and 2 and T and 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 1 and 2 and
Good. Now, let's see. Words, numbers. Words, numbers. Words, numbers, words, numbers, Bob. Words and numbers. And altos, Nancy. Words, numbers, words, numbers, words, numbers, words, numbers. Okay. Same thing. I am hope 2 and 3.
4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1 and 2 and T and 4 and 1.
Switch, switch. It's the great teacher. If you can solfege and you can sing it on numbers, then you understand what's going on in the rhythm. Otherwise, we just sing, oh, it's beautiful. So I'm just going to sing through this. All right, let's go to Still, Still, page 63, please. You guys are working like crazy today. This is so good. Why don't you sit down? 1 and 2 and 3 and still. Good, good. How can we make that more understandable? Yeah, how do I do that? No, crescendo. No. Understandable.
Gotta have an L at the end.
Put a love at the end. Shh. What did we say? Where does the L go? The schwa. On the end of 3. Okay. Count, sing, and put the la on the end of 3. Here you go. 2, 3. 1 and 2 and T la. 1 and 2 and T la. 1 and 2 and T and 1 and 2 and la. And T and 1. Let's go back and do text, please, 2 and T. Beyond any of my dreams. So now what I'd like you to do is the mezzo da voce. So when you're going still on 1, 2 crescendo, on 3 decrescendo. So it's the golden mean. You get 2 beats to crescendo and 1 beat to decrescendo. Do it please at the bottom of page 65. Look up and I'll show it to you. 2, 3. Look up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And decrescendo. So, if you're a professional singer, you know to do that. If you're in a choir, and this is what you're doing, but you're really not a professional singer, but you're sitting like this. Everybody see me? You really can't tell, right? What I'm doing, I'm giving you information about diction, about character, about pulse, and all of that. And if you're staring at your score, it's got to be up. I know it's hard because they're heavy, but it's got to be up so that you can see. And the very best singers do that automatically. And when you have a room full of people who are that engaged and that attentive to detail, you have to work way less hard. And it's way easier to make a lot of progress immediately. Okay, so we still have a couple minutes. All right. Maria's not here yet, so it's good. Let's go on. We won't go through this part again for a while because we then did it. I'm going to skip over that. Yeah. But that does take us to Kreuziger. So we'll go around a little bit. Page, please. 7. So some of you sent me your character sketches. It's just killing me how good they are. and how detailed they are. I just love it so much. But for this, you have to figure out how you're gonna bring this alive, because this is not you. None of you are like these protesters. So when you do the opposite, then it makes what you really are shine bigger. So bring it. Here we go at the top of 77.
Just my
I'll
part.
just start with you, because we so underutilize you. Good, good. One and good. Very, very good. Could we please do the Beneath the Hunter's Moon? So we've got bass, who's singing bass 2 on this? Bass 2? Okay, Matt, you're singing bass 1. And Tom's singing bass 1, so you're the second voice in. John, would you be the second voice in with Matt and Tom and you? That's page 81. And Milton, and then Sebastian and Jim, can you be the third voice in? So you're 1 and 2, bum, 1 and 2, on. So you're only a beat and a half apart. So let's just try that. Here go bass 2s, yeah, bass 3s, bass 2s, and whatever. Tenor 2, it's 3 parts. 1 and 2 and.
That must have been but pretty sad. The size of Samson.
Okay, let's have Jim and Sebastian look at each other. And let's have John and Matt, Tom, and Milton. Yeah, number 2. And then you two guys come over here. Unless you're accusing each other. You're allowing yourselves to be accused. So 1 and 2. Bum, 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 bum. This one. Okay, ready? 1 and 2 and. And Claire, the sopranos and alto stand please at 81. Don't sit down. Wait. And correct. And can you be a little bit more diabolical? I mean, you're so bigoted. You just gotta be so angry. 1 and 2 and 3. got off on the first one, maybe. And I think what was beneath. And then, that must. And the fires. And then I think we got back on at the bottom of 82, if we did that one more time. And sopranos and altos, you're so nice. It's crazy. Stop on each K. And let's start with you at the bottom of page 80. Sopranos, we're adding 2 measures. We're starting at 1 measure at the bottom, 1 measure, 2, 3. And the last one is bum bum ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum. There are 2 beats there, that's what's confusing. 1 beat, then two beats. And sopranos and altos, now you're the nice mother. 2. Come on, kids, it's time for bed. Say your prayers, it's time good night. A boy who takes a boy to bed. The fires of hell burn hot and red. Crucify, crucify, light. Crucify, crucify. Stunning. Oh, so good. Okay, we're done. It's all right, we're done with that one. Have a seat. I don't see Maria yet. There she is. That's not her. Send her there. Okay, good. Traffic is probably terrible. Let's go on to number 12, 95. Called by the and remember, called by the candle, led to the flame, called to remember.
95.
Yep, 95.
Should we try this a cappella?
Sure thing, thank you. 3 and 4. Called by the candle, led to the flame, called to remember, enter the flame. Good. Can you make it a little bit more, called by the candle? Like you're stupefied almost. 1, 2, 3. The next one. Called by the candle. Hang on. So basis, we had this wonderful idea that we're supposed to go, called by this candle, but it's not. Called by this candle. The K goes on the pitch. Ka, not ka. Okay. Here we go. And up. Called by this candle, led to the flame, called to remember, enter the flame. 1, 2. Hot. Okay, so we're at the bottom of page 79, sopranos.
97.
97, thank you. It was dyslexia, I know. 1 and 2. Okay, here we're on do, sopranos. Do. We're in the bottom of page 97, second measure. 1, 2. We we all come in on B3. Howl. Okay. Can you take me through the sound and see if I can see if we're going to call about loss?
Yeah, just from that spot there, 14. Here we are, 15, ready, 3, 4, 1, 2. It's mezzo piano. That was, yeah, that's all. 15, ready, and 1, 2. A little louder. In 21 is only a quarter. And I felt like we were treating it more like a half note.
Yeah.
So I feel like, oh, sorry, whale. That's my bad. That was hard to read that. Shatter, 1, 2, whale, fire, right? Can we just do the top of that page there? We're still only poco forte. I know that's funny to think of, right? Poco forte. Here we are. Here's burst. Here, I'm going to give you the downbeat. And 1, 2.
All of us. Every one of us. All of us. Every one of us. All of us. My heart. Every one of us. Your heart. One heart. Every one of us.
The fire rage, just
My heart.
it will burn away 100 veils.
One
Each
heart.
one, the fire rage, it will drive 100 days.
One heart.
And the fire rage, it will
All of us.
Sounds great. That was good. It'll be faster than that, but that was great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Say what? Okay, so I didn't get any messages from Maria, and I don't know what happened. So let's use the rest of the time, and we'll inject ourselves into the process anyway. Jeanette brought her book today because I gave my book to Maria, and so I I got a sheet from Michelle Miracle about where she had written.
The Pearson.
Sorry?
Yes.
Okay. And, and she had from her classes at UOP the structure by which you would access the character. Joe did it with us before, and maybe you can talk to us about it, but it included, what am I wearing? What's my job? What's my purpose? What's my attitude? How much do I make a month? You know, everything about your life. And then when you cross over the threshold to go on stage for us, which is coming into the sanctuary, everything changes. You become that person. And it allows you to fully embrace that and leave yourself behind, because none of us want to be that critical person, right? And we don't want to be this hateful. And so, but we can bring that person to life as a foil for everything that would happen if things were different. Joe, do you want to talk to him about this?
There's a couple of little things I'm sure you all know.
Why don't you come up here, because then it will go up.
Listening, so that when you're not singing, you're still performing. You're listening, you're reacting. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't take your eyes off Cheryl with the beat and whatever, but you need to find all those little things that make us human beings. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's communicated in the way you use the vowels and the consonants again. Do you know what I'm saying? So that we buy what you're doing. We believe what you say. And beginnings and ends of words. And finding where because what carries are not consonants, vowels carry. But consonants are very important because they articulate. Vowels on their own are just wah, 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 who cares? You need both. Consonants carry, vowels carry. Consonants are harder because they don't travel hot. Yeah. Good. Do you see? Some consonants have got more body in them, and others like, you know. But they have to be there, precise, all the time. And it will come. The more you get it in here, and the more you start to enjoy it, rather than going, oh my God, I missed that beat. Forget it, it's dead. Get on with the next page. Do you know what I'm saying? All right. But it's sounding wonderful, and we've got time.
Right?
Anybody know where Maria is?
No. She's not answering her phone. I didn't
Well, I'll
get
see
any
if
message.
I've got her number and see if I can get her a call.
I just called it. So some of you wore the clothes that you thought maybe I'll wear this in the concert. How many of you did that? Okay, can you stand up? Look at all these amazing ladies. Thank you.
Well, wait a minute, they look just the same as they always do.
I brought this.
This is not fair.
Ordinary boys.
I see.
Ordinary, extraordinary. The ordinary boys.
Basically 1990s if you were in Wyoming, so.
So
it had a dual.
1940s.
Maybe, but with a Western flair, right? Having a dual identity.
No, that's wrong.
Always done.
That's
Western
1890.
You can wear what is kind of comfortable for you, and Western shirt. I've got a couple of cowboy hats.
I've got some
although,
too.
You know, and I've got.
No,
She said yes.
Yeah.
The soloist.
The soloist might wear the Yeah.
See Mary.
That's all good.
Yeah.
That's all good, whatever. But if you have a vest with a skirt, that's good. It's just a slight western flair, right? You think?
There were some people in the book that had kind of business casual.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's a huge college town, university, so it's really diverse that way too, so it takes a village, right? So we can't all be cowboys.
So Maria Crush did do those costumes and had people bring in and then she would okay or add to whatever you brought in. And I don't know if she still has access to all the costuming resources, but you know, they're there.
Yeah, I thought we mostly brought our own things, but maybe she brought some things as well, I don't know.
She accessed a lot.
Oh, really? Oh, I brought that, yeah.
Yeah, I brought my own and then she added to it and all that stuff.
One of the main things she said was keep your colors muted. So if you see a red and a deeper red, pick the deeper one. Pick the one that's not gonna pick up on the lights.
Well,
It's gonna absorb
lights.
light.
Yeah, one lights.
don't be flashing.
Nice
job.
Yeah, we don't have them pretty lights.
Not as much light. As long as lights.
Right. But like, but your point is, yeah.
What were those questions again? Who am I? What's my name? What's my role in the community?
Who am I, John? If I have a job, what do I get paid? Are you married to a librarian?
Or like, why are you there?
I'm an LGBT counselor.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being that. That's what I do. That's no truth. I'm the only female rancher in town. I like that.
All right, what did you talk about?
Costumes.
All right.
And roles.
Did you tell them your role? Did you tell them?
I don't know. Would you like?
Yes, I would like you to.
Who is you?
I got David's this morning.
Stand up, David.
All
Come
right.
on over here because this will pick up your thing. Maria apologizes.
She forget it?
No, she couldn't find it.
Oh, is she gonna find
Right
it?
here.
No? Okay. Yeah, well, my first feeling is that for me, when I create a character, is to start a little autobiographically and then put it into the situation where it comes from. So a fair amount of this is. But I came up with the name James Many Blessings McLeod. And, or Jim McLeod. My character's grandfather was a full-blooded Arapaho, and the name has been preserved within my family. He has always identified strongly with the culture of his grandfather and studied the ways of the people since he was a kid. I wanted to have some sense of why he identified with the Arapaho, who are native to around Laramie. So I looked them up. The Arapaho are native to Wyoming and Colorado. Originally an agrarian tribe, part of the Algonquin, they migrated to Wyoming and became nomadic horsemen over time, like a lot of the Plains Indians. Particularly known for their spirituality and strong religious convictions, which kind of resonated with the lyrics to me. So their most sacred object is the flat pipe, which is kept in a sacred bundle, and as they believe, has been with them since the world's creation. My character, James, has always felt that was an important totem for him. In his time, he has ridden the range repairing fences, wrangled horses and cattle. He loves a nice pair of Nakonas, like mine. and it's autobiographical, and he can make a mean chili. His father operated a modest ranch, and Jim grew up a rancher's son from the 50s to the 70s when he left to go to college. He dropped out before he got his degree in environmental studies and lived for the most of a decade on a hippie farm in Colorado, where he married and had 2 children. After his wife died, he became lost in grief, turned to alcohol, and became estranged to his kids. He returned to Casper in the early 1980s to reconnect to his roots. He obtained a job at the Iron Creek Ranch, which is really there, a dude ranch just outside of Casper, where Matthew and his parents vacationed for several summers. I made that up. Jim taught Matthew to ride at Iron Creek, and over time came to feel as though Matthew in some way filled the gap left by his own estranged son. Matthew always referred to him as Uncle Jim. Jim moved to Laramie in 1990 to take the job at the Medicine Bow Lodge, kind of a higher-end dude ranch, just outside a town that paid him more for his services than the Iron Creek Ranch. He's somewhat of an environmental activist and enjoys attending the actual annual spring powwow in Laramie, which, interestingly, I found out after I read this, was sponsored by a student organization on campus called the Keepers of the Flame.
Wow.
Anybody else have your person? Bill? Okay, so say it again so everybody can hear you.
Just a ranch hand, I don't have a backstory.
Where are you from?
California.
You went all the way to Laramie. Your
Big
ranch.
sky country.
See, that's actually a good choice, I think. And John, I see you're all dressed up.
Yeah, I'm the retired shop teacher from LCCC.
Excellent. Birdhouses galore.
One of my students ended up being the choir director and the drama coach at LCCC, Laramie County Community College. And he changed his name to Daisy, and he's still working now.
Cool.
Okay, how about you, Matt?
I just came up with this morning. So I'm a retired forest biologist who worked with the National Forest Service. Probably one of the most hated people in Wyoming, Northern Colorado, by the ranchers, because I'm out there just trying to enforce the laws and the use. And my particular specialty was research on the toxic chemicals due to pesticides and pollution. And right now I'm retired and I'm singing in a little church choir, having fun.
Art imitates life.
Yeah.
Okay, Darlene, how about you?
I was trying to remember what I did last time, but I came up with kind of the same thing. Because there's a college there and there's public libraries too. I thought, well, I'll be a librarian. And maybe if I'm retired now, I'm volunteering at the community library more than the university one. And yeah, not so different from myself. Been trying to figure out if I was in the LGBTQ group that met or I'd been in it, and that's how I heard what had happened.
It'll probably flesh out as we go along too for everybody. Anybody else? Yeah.
I have one I haven't completely fleshed it out, but my name is Sarah, and I am involved in kind of the arts and theater community, and I also involved with counseling and mediation, and I teach some kind of external courses through the university at Laramie and also up in Fort Collins, and include some drama therapy, and have been connected to kind of youth in trouble and LGBT youth, and kind of work on learning how to play and dealing with the difficulty that they're having fitting into their lives. And so when this happened, I helped the community organize some of the vigils and work with the church groups and the community groups, and feel responsible for helping people heal from this.
Anybody else have things on your mind? Milton?
In some way, I'm the cool guy's long lost cousin, but but I'm kind of wayward, and I mean, I don't have a name yet, but anyway, but I was just thinking about this, and a lot of my life revolves around helping people that are homeless, that are, and so that's me in this version also, but that I'm homeless, and I'm trying to blend in as much as possible. And in some way, I'm connected with Matthew, just kind of on a peripheral sense, but support everything. So this is still, just kind of in the works. But I thought that community should be represented, and.
Anybody else? Jeanette?
Yeah, so my character is my age, and I was driving back from college in the Midwest, and I thought Wyoming was really beautiful. I was actually from California, and I thought, I'm just gonna go back here sometime. I have to live here, it's so beautiful. So I did, and I didn't finish college. I married a rancher, so I have a real investment in the land being used for cattle. I've got no sheep in the world. Seriously, the Mustangs, it's just like, it's cattle because that's what matters. I didn't finish college. I'm just kind of part of the town, and I have strong feelings.
Cool.
She's moving away.
No wild horses.
I'm
a teacher. I taught math in middle school, the early part of middle school, and I have an interesting backstory with having had stepchildren who were much closer to my age and ended up moving away. And I kind of pour things into the kids that I have and try to treat them with respect and love and creativity. And I encourage them to go see art counselors if they need to. And not only was I so damaged by what happened, but so were my kids. And that tends to be what my focus is what can I do to get them the help that they need.
Sebastian?
Well, I guess I just work at Home Depot.
Farm supply.
John goes and gets his wood from you, right?
My name's Steve. I knew Matthew, tangentially. I was suspected for the theater thing, but I never knew. When the tragedy happened, I just thought that was way too far to take things, and it was a shame that it happened here. That's it. Right.
I'm one of the counselors that Suzanne referred to. My name is Belva Sherman. I encourage the kids to call me just Miss Belva. And I was born and raised in Laramie, but I went all the way to the big city of Boulder to get my education, get my master's in counseling, but then I wanted to come right back home and be a counselor at high school where Matt went. I was good friends with Judy and Dennis. Our kids kind of grew up together, and I counsel the LGBTQ, I mentor them as a faculty advisor, in addition to just being a high school counselor. So I'm pretty involved with these kids, and it hits home real hard. And I'll be wearing exactly what you see in the book.
Do you want to continue to pass that on?
Oh, it's
been.
been.
It's been.
I haven't been here.
Send it down to them. So I can tell you about some actual people who lived there and I worked with or knew of, or because I taught at Cary Junior High School in Cheyenne, Wyoming.
In order to get to Laramie, you have to go up over Vidavoo Park, which is this big rock formation. It's stunning. As you look southwest, you look into Fort Collins and Boulder and the entire Front Range of the Rocky Mountains. And it's stunning. I actually, when I go back, I hug the trees and the rocks. I love it so much. And the wind blows all the time. When it's cold, it's frigid. When it's hot, it's unbearable. The counselor's name was Grace, and she and her husband, they were the keepers of the Wyoming Hereford Ranch. If you read the book Centennial by Michener, that would be a great thing to read for this. He was the vet, thank you, for the Wyoming Hereford Ranch. And he retired the last year I was there, and the people who owned the Wyoming Hereford Ranch, out of their millions of acres, gave them the choice of whatever 40 acres they wanted. So they chose where the Buffalo Creek came through the plains, and they built an underground home there. And so they never had to have electricity. They had solar, and it looked out onto the southwest, and it had, dirt over top, and it was pretty cool in those days. And one time I said to Grace, because it seems like, when you're a teacher, everybody comes to you and you have issues and stuff. And I said to her, I walked into the office and she kind of had her head in her hands. And I said, what's wrong? And she goes, And I said, how do you deal with it? And she said, you just turn it off. You have to go on and deal with the next person. And I went in the next day and she had her head on her desk and she was collapsed in tears. I just loved her so much. And I said, what do you do with those kids who come in and you know that they're not going to function very well? She said, I send them to you. So most of the parents of the kids I had lived there. Wynn Hungate was the teacher of the arts and drama, and his wife Lois was my accompanist, and his devil son Bill was the bane of my existence, and one of the most brilliant students I've ever had. He's still crazy, funny as a crutch. But anyway, Lois was the organist in their Baptist church, and it was a 40,000 person town in the middle of nowhere. It was like a pond, here's Cheyenne, period. Above it, below it, to each side of it is prairie. And you can go to Scottsbluff, Nebraska in about an hour. You can go north to Torrington an hour, left to Laramie, and south to Greeley. It's going to take you an hour, and if there's a storm, you're not going anywhere. And so in that instance, it could have become this really low-class town that you see a lot with just bars and bars and bars and bars. Instead, it had churches and churches and churches everywhere. Everybody went to church. Everybody was in the local dinner theater. They did dinner theater all the time. All the kids were in music classes. They took band, orchestra, choir, all of them. From the time they were little, there was an honors choir for all the kids who wanted to sing, and they were fabulous. They sang all over the world. And then I got them in junior high, and by that time, they played the piano because they'd studied since they were 5. They played the trumpet or another wind instrument. They played keyboard instrument, I don't know if I said that, and they acted, and they sang, and they could solfege, and they could read. So when I walked into that 7th grade classroom, and I thought I was going to get, here are these kids, and they're so sophisticated musically. And it was like Valhalla for a music teacher. It was amazing. And one of the parents went to Saudi Arabia all the time because he dealt in oil. another of the parents was head of the Air Force base that was there. So you had every walk of life. And the kids they were like I was when I was a kid because they were so isolated. They were honorable, they were honest for the most part. They loved to play tricks on me. And I had a small group and I took them out after rehearsal, this small group, after school so we could get a snack, like at McDonald's or something. And we come back and practice. And much to my surprise, one of them liked to eat butter pats. So you would ask for butter pats. Another liked to have a package of ketchup and just eat that. Another one could stiffen an entire burrito in his mouth at once.
Alrighty.
They're still teaching music in Wyoming and all over. So anyway, I have a lot of Wyoming stories, like the one when I was in John's car going in a snowstorm one morning, and the snow, it was a total whiteout. I was driving north on Highway 85, wasn't it?
Yeah.
John? And the snow went away, and it was such a blackout, I couldn't tell where the lines were. And I looked up, here's a semi-tractor trailer coming exactly at me. And we saw one another at the same time. And he was a little bit on this side, so I turned this way, and he turned that way as well, thinking, well, I should be on the right side. And we went like this, off into the plains. And I thought for sure I was going to die, and there I was sitting there, and I thought, gosh, I better go see how he is. It's frigid cold out here. I'll invite him to come into my car and warm up. And I looked, and there was no front end on my car. Everything from the windshield down was gone. Gone. And at the same time I was rushing to see if he was okay. He was coming toward me, and the truck was fine. And he lived right across the street, and we went up into this place, and his girlfriend was there, and she called the police and everything. And they took me to school, and I was not late for school that morning. I was early. So that's the kind of people. It's just they're.
Dennis Shepard worked overseas a lot, and actually before that, the speaking to the court when the sentencing, he had been in Saudi Arabia and had been up for 40 hours, and that's when that amazing speech came through him. And he was saying this to the court the first time in speaking to Aaron and Russell, and granting them life as opposed to the death penalty. But that is kind of amazing.
It is amazing, yeah.
Two of my favorite stories you didn't tell were you had kids who were otherwise cutting class all day from school who would sneak into the choir room to be in the choir. And also they did in fact send you the thugs in the school, but they became a team of thugs who would go out and get any choir member who missed choir.
The muscle.
The Christmas tree built out of tumbleweeds.
Love it.
That's still a big story at Cary Junior High. But, and the other one, those kids were so brilliant. There were 900 kids in the choral program.
What?
1,100 kids in the school, so almost everybody sang. And they were chosen as the top junior high in the country, and they were chosen to go to the Northwest ACDA conference. They'd never had junior high before. We were the first ones. And they were so thrilled with them that they asked them to sing at the final concert with the Northwest All-State Collegiate Choir. And we did, and we got a standing ovation. But then we went back home. One of the pieces we were doing was the Scarlatti Exultate Deo, which was memorably really hard. And another choir was doing it from the competing junior high across town. And I said, we should do this together. She goes, oh no, we don't want to do it together. We're two different interpretations. And so my kids are like, so they got up and they went, Exultate, oh. And my kids were like, yeah! It was so embarrassing. And I mean, Wild Horses couldn't have kept him off that stage. And of course, they just wiped the stage with everybody. The break came, and one of the girls came in and said, Mrs. Anderson, Billy Hungate and the boys picked up a car and put it on the sidewalk. So I ran out, and they had, and I was facing it. I said, you guys, you put that back right now. So that's it.
Put that back.
No, we don't want to put it back. No, you got to put it back. So, I don't know.
That's amazing.
Amazing memories, phenomenal memories. One of the best teaching experiences in my life, except for all the time I've got to spend with all of you. So
I'm just amazed. I had heard that there are numerous smaller villages, but what you're talking about, where what they do is either music or drama, and like almost everybody's involved, and I didn't know anyone who'd been there. And that's
unbelievable. And all the church choirs, fabulous organists. I mean, they were, I think it was very Lutheran heavy, but.
Yeah, but still, wow.
Anybody else want to give us ideas about what you're going to wear or who you are? Has this inspired you at all?
I brought a skirt.
Diane brought a skirt.
Show us your skirt.
What I wore last time.
Susie?
Well, I'm rethinking, because Suzanne is a teacher. I was going to be a teacher, but I don't want to be the same thing. So I'm thinking maybe I'm the organist.
There you go.
That's really a big stretch for me. But I also have been really involved with the LGBT group and wanting to get a queer youth group started, if there was one.
Cool. Well, that's nice, Diana. It's really pretty.
Look at that. It's like real life.
Well, I have other stories about the kids there, but I'll save those. And it wasn't always flowers and poems. One day, well, I'll just tell you. So one day, these three students always came in, and we had just moved from California, and I was on this health kick. No sugar, no refined anything, no, meats that had been, preserved or anything like that. Poor John got a
Whole wheat birthday cake. Never again.
So they'd come in with this food and they'd have candy bars. I go, you guys, you can't eat like that. You have to, no, don't eat that. No, you can't have bacon. You can't, don't do that. So of course they would come in and bring me coupons for like bologna every day. And it was their joke. And they would come to my thing. So anyway, we're all adults, right? So one day they didn't come. They came every day just to see if they could get my goat or just to share things or whatever. So I thought, something's up. So I went to the cafeteria where all the kids go to wait for their first classes. Once here, once over there, and I thought, this is not right. So I went in my office right now. So they came, they wouldn't look at each other, and I said, sit down, and they sat across the room from each other, and I said, so what's going on? And they go, nothing. And I said, no, what is going on? This is not right. And so finally, they said that they would tell me, but I had to sit down and not look at them. So they had gone bowling. You can write this, right? They had gone bowling, and one of them, I guess the boys, there was two boys and a girl, and the boys went into the bathroom. They were in 8th grade, these kids. And they saw a machine there, and they put in the money in the machine, and they got this package out, and they go, "What's this?" So they opened it up and they went, "Whoa, what is that?" It's all, you know. So they took it out to the man at the desk.
What is it?
And he said, "Ask your mom."
Smart him.
So he took it home, and they just came unglued. And the parents got together and they said, "You are forbidden to be friends anymore. You can't be friends anymore. This is dirty. You can't." And so finally this came out, and I said, "You're kidding me, right?" And so we had this really long talk about what they do and about how you care for one another. And then when you're of age and you're especially attracted to someone, then that can turn into a very supportive love, and you get married and you have children and all that. And so they sort of calmed down a little bit, but they still weren't allowed to be together. So I kept in touch with most of them. One is Daisy, the other was Leanne, the other one was Jerry. So one time we moved to Kentucky, and I got a phone call one evening, and it was Jerry Foxhoven. He said, "Mrs. Sanderson, I just wanted to tell you how much you've meant to me, and you saw me when nobody else did, and I loved your class, and I grew up so much, and you really changed my life." I said, "Well, Jerry, it's so great to hear from you. How's everything going?" He said, "Well, it's not going so well." He said, "I actually have AIDS, and I have about 2 weeks to live, but I wanted to tell you this before." And I said, "Do you want me to come out there?" And he said, "No, absolutely not. My mom is taking care of me." And it was then that I realized that anybody who passes through your life and you think that they don't see you, or you're not invisible, or they're not invisible, you're wrong. And when this came up with Matthew Shepard, all I could think of was Jerry. And when I saw it first, when Craig, the composer, premiered it, we talked about it. And one of those people was at my retirement party last year. It was Sean Ambrose, who eventually became the superintendent of music in Laramie County Schools. And he knew Matthew when he was doing his graduate work, and Matthew was there. And so by doing this, we're honoring everybody who's ever had a bad encounter, who has loved someone of whatever persuasion, and anyone who has died of AIDS and at the hand of someone else. So this piece is really important to me, and it means so much that you're here and interested in it and doing it. That's a long story.
Thank you.
Thank
you. So, anybody else? Are we good? Yeah, Dick?
I have something not related to costumes or storyline, that's all right. Okay. So the last effort I made in circulating those lists was valiant but unproductive. And I would love it if I send out an email to you guys. You could send me back information on what choirs you belong to and the splits and so on. It'll be organized in the email. You'll see what you need to answer, and I'll just collate it all when I get it back from you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And I find I'm still kind of confused on
Yeah, we haven't picked.
ordinary.
Okay, when we're all here, we'll do that. Right now, we kind of all know everything, and it'll be easy to separate that out.
Okay, so the chairs have to go back now. From the sublime to the ridiculous, as my mother would say. Thank you all very much. Great day.
I was just saying.
I'm sorry? No.
Yeah.